We set up a time to meet prior to when we start. When you show up 3 minutes before you start,
I was here. I was trying to get this thing situated. It sucks.
I show up typically an hour before the show.
Yeah, tell the people why their time is invaluable. Just like that, you're listening to the most loaded HVAC entertainment podcast in the world. Welcome to the HVAC Overtime Show, hosted by me, Bill Russell, my best friend in the whole wide world, Chris Stevens, and we got Joe Somebody, and back from his lengthy vacation.
I don't like this side.
We got Adam Muffich back again, already complaining about being on the show.
Ding. I missed that bell. Fuck. Hey, tell me something. I thought we were supposed to pull out and do something. Like, why are we in?
My pull-out game
I don't know.
very good.
Yeah. I never listen to your mom when she says that.
How many kids?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, right?
I got 2 kids, and I'm afraid I'm going to have another one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got one on the way.
Bill's pull-out game is horrible. So
It's not. I just don't have the reaction time. Hey, do you guys have? I know, like everybody has their O face. Do you guys have like a word that goes along with your O face? Like mine's Goomba.
Safe word?
No, like when you're doing your O face. Like, is there a word you yell out?
I just say I love you.
While you're looking in the mirror.
Yeah, 100%. I do that all the time.
Like American Psycho.
Yes, that is actually great. That movie, that scene is great.
I mean, I don't know if it's great. It's disturbing, but
it is, yeah. Well, but I mean, it's Silence of the Lambs is a great movie too. It's not that it's fucking a happy movie. It's
Christian Bale is an amazing actor. I love Christian Bale, by the way.
He is good.
And you know the best part about that movie is all the Huey Lewis music. I love Huey Lewis.
I forgot about that. You are absolutely right. Yeah,
love it.
Hey, Troy, good to see you.
I'm gonna have to watch that. It's been a long time.
Write it down, bro. So as everybody can tell, we got Adam back. It took a while, but he's back. Real quick, what's up, Randy? Randy and our other little buddy Luke.
Is Randy really here or no?
He's never here. He watches after the fact.
Why do we say hello to him? Does he still text message you? And
every single day. Every day, bro. Sometimes
twice. Like me anymore.
Sometimes twice a day.
Text me anymore either.
Hey, what's up, Brett? Brett Pretzel. Brett, the wet pretzels in the house. I seen a new person in the chat. Where'd their name go? John L. What's up, John L?
Thunderstruck is watching us on the big screen.
Ooh.
Who's that?
I love that song, by the way. That's my favorite song. My most favorite AC/DC song.
Oh, I was listening to I was scrolling through like playing
What's up, Jesus Fish?
YouTube videos when I was sitting in traffic on the way home, and Motley Crue came on. Dude, Kickstart My Heart.
Man.
Yeah, good song, man.
Nah.
Come on. I'm not saying it's like an amazing song, but the vibe from the song, dude.
You know what? Like, I know it's a band that you probably heard of them, Chris. Jackal. You ever heard of Jackal? Like they're in the same vein as the AC/DC Motley Crue, but they weren't really like full on mainstream. But Jackal, dude, those guys rock. You guys in the chat, I know some of you guys had to have listened to Jackal back in the day. Like When Will It Rain? Like that's a great song. You ever hear the song where they actually play like a chainsaw? Like a chainsaw is part of the song.
No melody. No.
Nobody has any clue what you're talking about right now.
You guys are fucking.
We're just being polite.
I mean, they might understand.
You guys
like
are good friends then.
Drill, on
stage.
At least
see Uncle Ted. He at least I think knows of them. He says they're punks and they suck, but at least he knows them.
True.
Jackal sucked. What? Come on, Howard. I thought you'd have my back. Down on Me. That's a good song. I bet Susie Dunn likes Jackal.
Yeah, there's a part, Bill, if you, I don't know, man. Just don't know.
All
where it
right.
goes.
Well, let's segue into something completely different. So before the show, me and Chris were talking about drugs today.
100%.
And wait.
No,
Thunderstruck.
it wasn't before the show.
Hold on.
Our morning conversation. It's our morning devotional on the way to work, is what it was.
Thunderstruck. That's my boy. That's my girl. I don't know. I assume it's a boy, but yeah. Jackal rocks. That's right. Actually, quick side note: Jackal did a song with the lead singer of AC/DC, Brian Johnson. I forget the name of the song, but anyway, yeah. Back to the drugs. So yeah. Me and Chris's early morning devotional about like drugs and like the overall, like there's a lack of bath salt news and like overall just drug news, right? Isn't it?
It
Like,
was a thing back then.
Is it
Bath
the economy?
No,
Can
bath
people
salts
just
they
not
made
afford
by themselves.
drugs?
But Bill and I had a good question, but we missed the stories. Like, what happened to the story of people eating people's faces off? Because they couldn't
Yeah.
get
Subway.
What was that? What's that other drug that's like? Didn't people like drink gasoline or something, and their like bodies starts rotting out? What is that? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I don't know that
that-
one.
Trank? I don't.
No, you got people in the chat. You guys are druggies. What is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
I'm telling you,
I've never heard of that one.
It's called like gas.
Really?
sounds
Oh, you mean they
just
do they
absolutely
What
sniff
about
it?
spice? I've heard of spice.
Crocodile. Says
Crocodile.
Will
Crocodile.
Speed. Why does Will Speed know this?
Well, he's from Florida or somewhere around there.
He ain't
so.
from Florida, bro. He's from
California.
down
Your-
south.
Your
man.
body starts just dying as you're living, and your like hands and toes and everything die.
So what's the purpose of that then? Like, what's the?
It's a good high, man.
So you get a high, but it rots your body out.
Yeah,
I mean, as long as you get a high, I guess.
it's sniffing something. Sniffing. I don't know.
Huh? See,
Is
Yeah,
that a
Adam-
green screen or what? People are asking. You lost your sheetrock,
no, it's his basement.
or is that
Yeah,
the
we-
work?
Would you be
forget-
surprised if I grabbed it and dropped it down real
That would
quick?
be funny.
We forget that like Adam went through this period where he started just taking walls down in his house
Mhm.
and like, he's just like missing everything. And then
There's 0.5 CFMs behind this wall that are missing, and I need to find them. Rips out all the sheetrock. Proceeds to flood his house with water to find a pinhole leak in the side of the
and then he says,
siding or
I
something.
think I'm gonna demo my
Pinhole.
kitchen, and then sends us a picture and there's fucking nothing in his kitchen.
So what do you guys think? Who likes the logo? Bill's hat logo or Joe's hat logo better? Which one is better?
I like mine because it's classic.
Yeah, I think it's classic too.
OG. Original gangster. I just don't like the underbill. 'cause it's
Joe
green.
had to like, I gotta make my put my mark on this. I gotta be different. So that not only does he change the logo, then he gets a gray hat. Come on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also Joe got like a fitted hat. So he's too good to have a
Right.
flex fit. He got an actual fitted hat.
Well, gray is just one letter away from being gay.
That makes sense.
So-
Media.
That's science.
How do you
can't-
come out with these so quick?
You
Oh
can't
my
argue with science.
Nope.
But going back to the bath salts thing, like what was that? I mean, so we got the classics like meth and coke and like wasn't there something besides bath salts? Oh, by the way, before I forget this too, bath salts. Are bath salts actually like bath salts? Did somebody like take
Yeah.
one of these? So it's like
They
somebody
went
was
to
just
Bed Bath and Beyond and grabbed a bath bomb and then like sprinkled it and then snorted it or what?
like,
Yeah.
is that's it? Like, are people just trying just anything to get high?
Yeah.
100%.
Because I mean, the weed nowadays is pretty strong. Like, I would never ever need to just start drinking chemicals to try to get high because the weed nowadays to me is just so strong.
Hey, let's HVAC obsessed. Did you change your logo? It looks different than last week.
That does look
Look.
logo. That
Yeah.
does look like a
You're
different
not.
logo.
You don't look like you're copying Ben's logo anymore.
Oh.
Looks good.
Bum, bum,
Does look
bum.
Good job.
But what I thought about
Do
we should play a game sometime where like one show, one of us just out of random, like one of us will take a drug before the show.
we
And
have to
based
guess
on
what
how
it
they
is.
based on how they react, we have to guess what it is.
That would be a good bit.
That would be.
Good work, eh?
But I say we vote Chris do it first.
I'll only take like one thing. That's it. Two things.
Oh,
That's it.
well,
I'm pretty lame. I'm like an old man over here.
Mhm.
cross this idea off.
Yep, exactly. Knock that off the list. Okay,
fucking
so
list.
let's address the elephant in the room. Where the fuck have you been, Adam?
Dude, I went to
Did you
South
find
America and
yourself?
visited a shaman, and I
Yeah.
took ayahuasca, whatever it's called.
What
Yeah.
is that ayahuasca?
Did you
I've been
find
hearing
your
of it.
spirit animal and walk across the great beyond?
I did.
Dude,
I knew it.
Ayahuasca, like if you watch the documentaries on it, it's a 50-50 chance you are going to be ruined for the rest of your life and have the worst experience of your life, or you're going to have the best high of your life ever.
Ayahuasca,
And your entire outlook on life will change permanently.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
either good or bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
okay.
And
That's,
it's not like it's not like the odds are pretty good it's going to be good. No, it's like
50-50.
yeah.
Well, see, if my I'm already pretty negative. I'm a realist, so I'm already pretty negative. So, I mean, I feel like it can only go one way. Like I'll just be sunshine and rainbows from here on out.
Well, if you always assume the worst, you can never be disappointed.
Exactly.
That's
True.
That's the way. That's my
You
life outlook.
Can you imagine? Like, just imagine if I was just excited and happy all the time.
No.
No, dude. Neither can I. It'd be weird.
Yeah, how like that's the whole thing. Like at least the documentary that I watched, it was like a Vice documentary on ayahuasca, and they traveled all the way there. And yeah, dude was just one person just vomited the whole time. Worst experience they ever had.
But actually, Adam wasn't doing any of that shit. Instead, he was out teaching hillbillies about airflow, right? Yes, that's exactly what it was. Mostly, yes.
Well, 50% of that statement was correct. He was teaching airflow. Hillbillies weren't involved. See, Adam has to be careful now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Adam has to be careful, but I don't work for NCI. Probably never will.
Oh my gosh,
but...
you guys, but for real, we have known about this NCI thing for fucking years.
Forever.
Dude, it has been like we haven't been able to talk about anything.
I've wanted to like crack so many jokes on the entire process and just fucking say so many horrible things about some other things that have been going on behind the scenes, but
even other companies,
couldn't.
other companies hiring processes.
Yes. Because like let's face it, like it wasn't just one company that was after Adam and his giant fucking brain.
Like 5, dude.
Yeah, it was a couple other ones.
Yeah.
So we're right there with Adam, going through the entire process, hearing all about it, and we obviously have our own opinions about the entire process, and some of that was quite entertaining to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so can I go through a little bit? Who's Edwin Tilapia? He's got a Edwin fish.
He's got a twin brother.
Wait, Edwin Tapia. Okay, so first off, we have another guy in here, Jesus Tapia, but his name is Jesus Tilapia, and we call him
Jesus fish.
So
what's this guy's name then?
We got to think about this one.
Edwin fish.
How about Irwin Tapioca?
Irwin Tapioca.
What's up, Irwin Tapioca?
Irwin?
Yeah.
Wait, he's got a question. We didn't.
Yeah,
we're
it's
just
like a
making fun of
real
his name.
question, and we're freaking messing with him.
It's a good question too. It's
Guys,
a good question.
I'm starting on my 4th year in trade school as HVACR tech. How did you know you're ready to go on your own? Honestly,
4 years ain't enough, bro.
Yeah, you're not.
No,
you need more time. Like, I don't mean I understand there's some people out there that they'll start their own business out of trade school, but like for real, you got a lot to learn.
Wait, what does he mean go on his own? Does he mean like running his own service calls or like starting his own business on his own?
Good question.
That's
I mean, I feel like after 4 years, you can probably start running some service calls.
But
no, I wasn't ready. 4 years.
Here's the thing. Like, all right, yeah, but
4 years doing
not
what,
4 years. He's not in an apprenticeship. It's not an apprenticeship.
That's
He's
right.
in school for 4 years.
That's right.
So like being in class and being in the real world are completely
that's a very good point.
Right.
So if you're working for another company, I mean, that's probably not a big deal because you always have somebody you could fall back on, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about something real quick because I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me questions. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? The thing that I get frustrated with, and I try to help people whenever I can, but do their service managers know that they're asking some random dude on the internet for help? Because I feel like as a business owner, I want to know when my techs need help. And it's not that I'm going to ridicule them or punish them for needing help, but I, as the owner, need to know where my guys' weaknesses are. And if everybody's asking other people for help, then like,
well, you got to think of it this way: like
they don't want to show weakness.
Yes, they do. They want to show that they're competent.
Let that go.
Like I literally have been falling into this a little bit myself because I've been getting sent out on some like chiller calls. I'm not real good with chillers yet, but I find myself hesitant to start making phone calls on some of this stuff. I do make the phone calls, but I'm hesitant because I'm like, crap, man, I don't want to call this guy again or whatever. I'm going to show my weakness. But at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, dude, when I came to this company, I told you I'm not a chiller guy, but I'll learn.
If you're honest with your company and you are upfront with them, it will be better if they can see you grow as opposed to you just being this person that never excels past anything. If you can show them and you're honest with them, that's my opinion. I mean, maybe other people see it differently, but be honest and show your ignorance, show your weaknesses, and grow from them. And it's okay to still ask other people for help, but let your company know that, like, yeah, I'm kind of struggling here. I'd like to go to some classes. Maybe they'll pay for them, like that kind of stuff.
So Hausch makes a good point too.
What?
For them to find answers without involving you.
Yeah, the jammer.
It helps.
So I'm the only.
I want to know what do you think this guy's? What do you think he's jamming?
That's a good question. So I'm the only person that's in Southern California, and actually, one of my technicians actually went, I think, to SJVC, but he reached out to me through the videos. But anyways,
that's cool.
Wait a minute. Wait, I just caught this. Why are we not posting this up on the screen? Like, you guys just break in with a story like right in the middle.
What are you talking about?
Like I was just talking, then you guys are like the jammer, and we're like, wait, what?
Adam put it on. It was sitting on the screen the whole time.
No, nobody's paying attention to the screen.
Somebody posted overtime. Keith, I seen it, buddy. He's watching the show on his TV. That's why I was putting on my phone, but you couldn't see it.
Wait, so we got invited to this Jam Fest, like Strawberry Fest, whatever this is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
I'd like to invite you guys to come up sometime. Come up where? Where is this place?
By Chris.
Come up. How are we going to come up from?
Been in service for 3 years, running on 4. Listen, if you feel confident and you're on one thing in the residential,
maybe,
then maybe. I don't see why not. I don't see what's wrong with that.
But
listen, Erwin.
Sorry. What about the business side?
Yeah, I would have to say from personal experience, just because you are a good tech doesn't mean you're a good businessman, right? Like,
absolutely.
I would strongly suggest trying to figure out business and like taking business classes in that because,
Listen, Erwin, Tapioca, if you want to ask some more questions, you're going to have to buy some qubits to ask more questions. So you've reached your limit. Hey, thanks to the jammer. Appreciate
that was awesome, jammer.
Thank you.
No, we appreciate the questions, Edwin. We bring them on. Bring on.
Yeah, definitely bring him on, Mr. Tapioca. But Adam's right though that like the whole business thing. Like I've had the supreme. I don't even know what to say.
Bill
love
gets
talking
to hear
to
Adam and I.
I love talking to Chris and Adam, or at least hearing them talk about their businesses and like how much it sucks and how horrible it is, and again, like not everybody's business operates this way, and whatever, but it's good to see like how bad it could be, and all the pitfalls that could happen, especially if you're like a small company, because unless you go through the growth spurt properly and you're set up to win and like you have all these things in place and you can find a good general manager and a good sales guy and you can find just great techs somehow, if you don't have all these things that fall into place, I mean, you're going to be kicking yourself.
And think about it this way too, like, if in my opinion, if you are making like a fairly low wage and you've been doing it for a long time, I saw actually somebody on TikTok today, some HVAC tech today. He's like, if you are not making more than like, I can't remember the number he said. It was like I don't know. I don't want to say it, but he's like, you need to actually look at yourself and evaluate yourself as a technician or evaluate the company you're working for. Right. Because realistically, the sky's the limit. Right. And would you rather take on all the stresses of the world working for yourself? Or why not just work for somebody else and get some benefits and be able to shut off your freaking phone at the end of the day, you know?
It's 100% true because I'm just starting to get some clients here. And as you see, drawings and trying to size a huge job. I can tell you guys about that one. But anyways, and I got QuickBooks, registered QuickBooks, bought whatever it is, a plan. And I'm doing my own expenses, my own invoices. It isn't going too bad so far, but it takes time. Doing paperwork, doing the jobs, sizing jobs. It takes a lot of
Joe
time.
is starting to learn the process himself.
Right. And bookkeeper, like you guys were mentioning, bookkeeper, I think is probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah, definitely get a good accountant and a bookkeeper for sure.
So Hausch makes a good point. He says he can absolutely make more working for someone else, but he has lots of freedoms as a business owner. And that's kind of my thing too. Like I have so many freedoms. Like, you know, there's times that I think that I would want to go work for someone.
You have to evaluate the freedoms though. Like, yes, there's certain things that you're free to do, but then like look at the time that you're spending in your business and compare that to the time that you would be spending if you work for somebody else. Cause like maybe you would have a different type of freedom working for somebody else, right?
It's true. Well, you'd have
my work phone is downstairs somewhere. I don't even know where it is, but I'm just like, end of the day, bro, I'm done.
Look at this. I got a new a company issued NCI iPhone.
Ooh, they're listening right now.
They are.
So how's it so far? I know you have to be biased, but how is it so far?
Honestly, like, all right, so like I'll give you guys a lowdown, right? There is like a onboarding process that you have to go through, and it's like, hey, you go to a class and you observe a class, which I've already observed. I've taken a bunch of NCI classes in the past, right? And then the second one is you present that part of a class, and the third one is you're basically you take the reins and somebody's just observing you. The first one I went to, or not the first one, I'm sorry, the second one I went to, I had like anxiety. Like it was bad anxiety.
Wait, you're talking the first class you sat in on?
No.
Or
the first class I actually
your anxiety at AHR was off the charts too.
Yeah, no, this is actually way worse than that.
Yeah,
way worse.
That's awesome.
So like that night I was like kicking myself. I'm like, I don't know if I made the right decision. I don't know if this is a good fit for me. Like my freaking hands are dirty. I feel like a pencil neck in this shirt. Like I just want to put on my work clothes. Like why am I doing this? You know?
I think I gave you the best advice though. I was like, listen, bro, you're way too smart to not do this. So don't be a dick.
That's true. That's pretty much verbatim what you said.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loosened up and things went pretty well. And honestly, like Friday after you come home from traveling, it's like you get the day off. You do your expense report and you get the day off. And like I woke up, got my daughter ready for school, and then me and my wife went for a walk with the dogs. And I'm like, this is freaking unbelievable. You know?
And you don't have like contract calling you and bitching at you and like customers like, you guys just put this in 2 fucking weeks ago. You guys are pieces of shit. And employees fucking nobody showed up to work today, or this guy's got 3 callbacks, or where are we going to get more work for these guys? Or fucking dude left the truck.
No more $10 million jobs that they ask you to change everything you did all the work on already, or installing equipment just to pass certain tests. And
no, I was actually just go ahead, Joe. Sorry,
I was just saying nobody's gonna be able to work on that, so they're gonna call you no matter what.
Oh, I know.
That's true. But he gets to raise his prices even higher now.
I'm waiting for, like, my family members are going to call me. But here's the thing. You know, it's funny. I made sure I had a non-compete in the contract. I'm selling my company.
Oh, nice.
And I made sure I have a non-compete. So anyone that calls me,
good to do. Fair game.
Like, sorry, I don't do that anymore.
Contractually obligated to tell you to fuck off.
I'm a white collar person now. My hands are clean and I have manicured fingernails.
You should change your business license to a consulting business and then just do that on the side for everybody that needs help. Be like, no, you got to do the work. I'll come in there. I'll tell you what to do.
I'll tell you what you did wrong when you're done.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm going to be pretty busy. Like I'm going to be training people, which if you guys haven't taken an NCI class, like it will.
I actually have never taken an NCI class.
I took one with Adam.
It was heavy, right? With Jim Davis.
Oh yeah, with Jim Davis, it was awesome. It was heavy. It was like a fire hose of just.
He threw a combustion analyzer at me. I didn't think it was going to happen
And
because
that's just one trainer, one class.
Yeah,
pretty sure there's many others.
And I offered to carry him out of the class.
Wasn't he outside with his oxygen tank smoking cigarettes?
Was
Are
he
you serious?
I don't know.
I don't know. No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But I do remember like the very first class. Was it or no? I'm thinking of the very first time we had him on the show and we couldn't figure out what that noise was.
Oh yeah,
I think like my first 2 classes that I'll be teaching is airflow testing and diagnostics and duct system optimization, which that leads me to something else. So I am also part of the curriculum development team. So we're going to be changing classes and adding classes in that. So like that's actually the first project I'm going to be working on over the summer is revamping the duct system optimization class.
But, you know, like think about this, you know, like I'm totally glossing over everything you're talking about right now because I just had this thought pop up in my head. But think about this, like, what is it, 2 years ago? Like, would you have even imagined you're at this point?
No.
2 years ago, yeah. Like even like when we first started the show together.
Overtime bump, Bill. Overtime bump.
That's what I said. Overtime life bump right there, boom.
So
life bump.
So like I'll tell you guys it was a few years ago. I want to say it's almost 3, maybe it was even 4 years ago. I sent a message to David Richardson from NCI. And I was having like a bad day. I was, like I was stressed out at work. It's like one guy quit. I got to fire a guy, it's like I'm overwhelmed with stuff. And I remember I could drive to the house right now. And I'm sitting in the customer's house, like the driveway. And I sent David a message and I'm like, hey, if you get a chance, can I give you a call? And he's like, yeah, call me right now. He's like, and I just asked him like, how do I become you? And he's like, just keep doing what you're doing. He's like, I'm watching you. He's like, you're doing it right now. You're on your way.
How creepy is that? Like, I'm watching you.
So ever since then, I'm like kind of peeking out my windows and I'm changing.
Like, when you're watching porn, you hold the phone so it's facing the wall a little bit, but you can still see the screen. Like, I don't know if you can see my wiener, but. Yeah, I know you guys do that. I do that.
Imagine, Adam. So, the last 4 years, you've had your head to the fucking pavement or to the books. You've been really studying, especially in the last like year and a half. You've really been, maybe 2, hitting the books and learning a lot more. Now, we all go through these phases, but imagine that little bit of extra effort you put in. Imagine starting that at the beginning of your career, using that effort at the beginning. I was
gonna say, like, I would say in the last 2 years, I've learned more than I did in my first 20 years.
Yeah,
which is freaking crazy. Blows my mind.
But I remember back too, though, like my first intro, I was just in a daze. It was just collecting a paycheck in the beginning. It was fun. It was just kind of like, I'm going to work,
Yeah.
But look at all those variables in Adam's life that led him to the point where he had to call David Richardson and be like, how do I become you?
I agree.
Yeah.
Like the accumulation or the culmination of all that. It's just like stuff like that always just blows my mind. That's why you can't live with regrets. Like, yeah, it would have been cooler if it would have happened sooner, but you might have turned out to be a douche if it would have happened sooner.
Right.
Yeah. But I gotta say, like, everyone at NCI, they're just cool, nice people, very welcoming. It's like nerve-wracking. I think anyone knows it's like you're changing. It's a 180. I'm taking a different turn and I'm stressed out, I'm nervous, and they're just like, relax, we're not gonna stress you out, blah blah blah, just you do you. It's like,
I am envious, dude, because I need something like that right now. I genuinely,
you 100% do, Chris.
I do. I need it. I need a change.
And like you have so much more potential than I think that you even think that you have.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, there's a meme or something, but yeah, I look at some of these people that get opportunities thrown at them throughout various parts of the industry, and I'm like, I mean, they can't hold a candle to you. And honestly, like, it's
That's a little bit too nice, but I appreciate that.
No, and you're kind of like a Rain Man with information too, Chris. Like you just remember everything.
Yeah, you're a specialist in what you do.
But the interesting thing is that I know.
Hey, what's up, Big Clive?
I genuinely know a little bit about a lot, and I have too much information that I don't need in my head. My wife will tell me something, and it just freaking goes out. It doesn't even stay in my head. And then, but you can ask me my phone number from when, or my apartment address from when I was 6, and I can tell you that. I can tell you my grandparents' address that are both passed away. Like, I just have too much crap.
I was at a friend of mine that I grew up house doing work a week or so ago, and her mom was babysitting for her, and she was asking about my kids, and she's like, "Do you have any pictures of your kids in your phone?" I'm like, yeah, no. I have a lot of pictures of like air conditioners and furnaces.
I can show you a furnace I fixed the other day.
Look at that, baby.
See, that's nuts. I got albums of my whole family.
What a nice guy. And Bill's the guy that deletes every text messages every text message as they come in.
I do, except I keep a lot of pictures.
What a weirdo.
Doesn't delete the emails that come in. Oh my god, or them whatever.
Do you think we're gonna get since Joe's he's his new boss, we're gonna get his real cell phone number now?
Maybe we can call his business and like prank him.
We don't even, Joe. I'm not even gonna go down.
What's your business? Yo, what's your business name?
The Sane? Come on.
Oh, come on.
I want what do you think? Is it a good name?
Yeah.
Do you have a logo?
It's being made
by
probably somebody we know.
No. At least tell us in private, Joe. We promise not to tell anybody else, but tell us in private. We can obviously find out and figure it out. It's going to be public knowledge.
At least I could videos more stuff. I could, more. Like,
how many years is it going to be till you can trust us, Joe?
Never. He's been hurt too many times before.
Yeah, Wix. Yeah, Wix website. Yeah, did that Wix.
What are you talking about? You're changing the subject.
We're getting botted here. Wow.
What the hell?
You better. Who's gonna knock that guy out?
I wish we had a moderator.
Yeah,
we weren't really paying attention here.
Did somebody get rid of hemorrhoid guy?
Yeah, the Jesus mother.
There
He's gone.
Yeah, it's not even original. I have prolapsed hemorrhoids. I mean,
jeez.
Yeah.
It'd be better if you said something like, "I seen a prolapsed hemorrhoid on a guy, and we called him plum bottom."
You're not supposed to sit on cold concrete, I heard. Is that true?
I can't focus. I haven't been able to focus this entire time because of Joe's flesh-colored T-shirt that he's wearing underneath of a shirt.
Oh,
yeah. What is that, bro?
It's bothering me. Yeah,
it's a tan T-shirt. But I shouldn't.
Joe has Spanx on.
Is that a shirt made out of Band-Aids?
Band-Aids. It is a weird color. No,
it is. It's like your exact same skin tone.
Yeah. You're like, did you go to the store? Like, hey, do you have any nude colored shirts?
Yeah.
I feel like Joe buys the Band-Aids that are like his skin tone. Cause they sell like all different skin tone Band-Aids.
You got to take this guy out too.
Jesus Father is back.
Who is that?
We don't know who that is. A troll.
They probably have somebody has a vendetta against us. Who is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
I have a vendetta against us.
I don't really worry about it too much. Yeah, a lot of people have vendettas against us because we don't make it on, lists and different things like that. We're not on the part of the cool club.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't make it on the Better HVAC list.
Oh, they have a list.
No, we made the live stream. We made the live stream one.
We made the live stream one.
Yeah, we made a live stream list.
I didn't know that. I was just going off what Adam said.
When? How?
Yeah, I want to see this. I asked Adam to bring a screenshot, but he didn't.
No, because
it was the podcast. We didn't make the podcast one.
Oh, I didn't know the podcast. But Ben and I were talking, and I was telling him the times for overtime and for the videos and stuff. And he put that all on his list.
You better get in there and tell him that we're a podcast. We're the number one. We are number one.
Yeah, I said it at the beginning of the show.
100%.
He obviously. Hey, there's a grandson in here now, Chris.
It's a whole fucking family of motherfuckers.
He's his grandson.
Dude, I mean, that's
whole family
honestly,
here.
Did you ban?
Five is saying some people make a living doing that.
Honestly,
like who's paying spammers?
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie.
Our friends messing with us.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's impressive. Like, I haven't seen Dustin Cole in here in a minute, so.
Oh shit!
100% guarantee it's Dustin.
Oh,
Cole.
you're saying it's Dustin Cole.
Oh, there's a granddaughter.
And it's done so quick.
How did he do it?
No kidding,
fast?
right?
This is really impressive.
Guys, let us know how he does it so quick.
Dude, like, because he has to log in to each one of those. Like,
yeah, it probably is Joe Shearer.
let's see. I bet it's gonna be a cousin. It's gonna be the cousin next.
Where's the next one? Oh shit! It's gonna be Jesus's dad.
Hey,
It's gonna be Jesus' cousin.
oh,
Jesus' son.
Some dude named
Jesus'
Ralph
son.
Macchio.
They have a
I
lot
mean,
of
Jesus' son. That's not really
son.
that funny.
a lot of
Oh,
comments.
man.
Joe, we have a boiler question.
Oh, where?
THAC.
Sorry, I'm too. Oh,
You guys rather use low loss header or buffer tank on a 2+ boiler setup? Hot water feeds going in top or bottom?
buffer tank all the way. If you got the room, buffer tank all the way.
Buffer tank.
Because if you got like, I don't know, let's give it an example, I guess. If you have a multi-zone system,
That's like the best scenario. And you
Right.
have really small zones then.
right, your boiler might not even come on, so you're
Well,
getting
that makes a good point. I don't know how to do that,
efficiency.
though.
You're not short cycling your boiler, and your shit will last long. It's buffering the system, so you're buffering all the, you know what I mean. So that's a prime example. Big driveway, small. Look at this. While I'm
I knew it
talking,
was the cousin.
small zone.
I
You
like
get
the
to
face on this one.
use your buffer tank because you probably have a 20-degree differential in there, and you could use that heat instead of a storage heat instead of your boiler coming on.
Oh, see, Clive's
Hot
got a
water?
good idea.
Top.
There
Hot
we go.
water coming in the top.
No idea how to do that, though.
Yeah,
leaving the top.
I'm not that concerned about it. I mean, it's not like
It's kind of
Everybody-
entertaining, to be honest with you.
it kind of is. Hey, that's why I said it's one of our friends.
Oh, it's his nephew this time. What picture?
Wow.
What picture is that?
Is that Za?
No, it's too fast for Za.
His
Jesus,
illegitimate
nephew.
child's gonna be in here in a minute.
Somebody's putting a lot of effort into this.
Oh, his redheaded stepchild's gonna
What
come
do you
in.
think it
in a minute.
was? Didn't you get into a fight with Gary McCready last week?
Oh, I didn't get into a
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
He,
Maybe it's one of the Gary McCready followers.
Oh, there's a
so-
mother-in-law.
What's that? Parzival from the Oasis?
Look,
From
yeah.
freaking
Parzival.
Parzival.
I'm so
Parzival's
drunk
a
tonight.
character in a book,
Reshave my
Ernest-
buzz cut.
What?
Is it-
Oh,
We
razor.
Bill's mumbling.
What?
Parzival is a character in the is it Ernest Cline novel? Ready Player One?
Never heard of it.
What are you
Oh,
talking
dude, freaking best books. Both the Ready Player One
I
books.
saw
are
the movie.
movie sucks compared to the books, dude.
Well, the movie you didn't have to read words.
Yeah, but dude, the story. See, but I get lost in stories. Stories take me away from my pain
Jesus
of
is
life.
his fiance.
Oh,
Who's created all these accounts? This is
Oh
awesome.
wow!
You want to
They-
get? Hey,
They switched. I didn't even ban them. I don't know if you guys did, but
can
I
we
mean,
can
wasn't
we
paying
invite him on
attention.
the show?
yeah,
I mean,
sure. You want to take the
Oh,
link?
yeah.
Whoever's doing it, take the link.
Well, wait. No, not in the main chat. Send us an email, Jesus's fiance.
We've got a
'Cause
stepsister.
Everybody from the fucking chat will be in the show, and then we got to at least get a few more minutes into the show. Then we can let everybody in.
Sure.
Now the Beyonce, you got that right, Jesus Fish.
I can guarantee you, if we
It
put the
is
link
so
in there,
fast.
no, 100%. If we put the link in the chat, Cyborg will click it immediately. Like he already clicked it before we
Of
even.
course he does.
100%.
If we
He has
mailed
it
him a
ready.
letter with a link printed on
Yeah.
paper, he would click it.
He
Yes.
made a program to click it
You did.
as soon as it's called.
Oh man.
What? Rubbing alcohol. Hey, speaking of asses, where's Freon Leon? I haven't seen him in a while.
He doesn't like us anymore.
What
No,
happened
I
to
was
that?
Talking with him, dude.
Yeah, he was
Yeah?
Literally, he
here.
was just
Yeah.
in my chat or in my comments or whatever. Talking.
So
on video.
we're not banning this guy, and he just keeps switching.
Yeah,
I am
One
banning
of our
him.
friends, dude.
Oh, you
I
are?
banned him too. That's what I'm confused. I banned him from the channel, and
You just
Just
keep
us.
making more.
Like these guys
It's
said
like
it's bot. It's some kind of thing they do.
Maybe it's
Body.
maybe it's Jesus Fish.
yeah, I don't know.
no,
it.
it's not Jesus Fish. He's got better things to do.
Yeah. So
There you go.
today, so I wanted to tell you guys about this call. So today I got this call. Manager said they had water leaking off the roof from their
Right.
AC. Okay. So I get out there, and right when I'm walking in their back dock, I'm looking as I'm walking up to the building, and I don't see water leaking. So right when I get to the back dock, I see water coming out of a drain. And so I go get the manager, and immediately I already knew what it was. I said, "Is this the water you're complaining about?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Come on over here." And I walked into their mechanical room, which is right on the other side of that wall. I opened the mechanical room. They got 2 water heaters in there. And what's actually leaking is the drain valve for the fire sprinkler system. It's piped to the outside of the building, and it's just trickling water out. And I go get the manager, and then when I open up the door to the mechanical room too, there's water everywhere, and it's like a raised mechanical room, so that's why it's leaking out kind of like a knee level on the wall. And so I go get the manager. Roof? No, it's not on the roof, but she thought it was on the roof, right? But she proceeds to tell me the story. So I go, "That's leaking from that fire sprinkler drain right there." I said, "There's only 2 places it could be leaking from," because I followed the drain. I showed her. I go, "There's some sort of a pressure relief on the fire sprinkler system, and there's a drain valve, a gate valve that someone opens to drain the system." And I stuck my head up to the gate valve, and I could hear it pissing by. And I go, "That valve is leaking. You need to call the fire sprinkler company." She goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I already called them." She goes, "I called them. They told me it wasn't their problem. I called a plumber. The plumber said it wasn't their problem. And the fire sprinkler guy and the plumber said it's probably the HVAC systems." And so she put in a service call saying her ACs were leaking. And I'm like, it's a freaking, 2 seconds, I could tell you. It's right there. And they're you can see all their tags. They'd been there servicing it. And I told her, I said, "It's really not a big deal." I said, "I guess they don't like money." I said, and she told me, she goes, "It all started after the fire sprinkler company service the system. And when they service it, they'll drain it down, flush out the pipes, put new water in there." And I go, "That valve is ancient." I said, they may even be able to exercise the valve, because when you drain those systems, there's a bunch of sediment. So I was like, they may be able to just exercise it, but more than likely, they just need to change the valve.
Wow.
Stuff just dumbfounds me. But the funny thing was, I said, "Hey, but do you mind if I just go ahead and jump on the roof?" And she goes, "No." And I went up there and I said, "Hey, you got dirty condensers, loose belts."
Oh, you freaking whipped out the big picture on her ass.
Man.
I spent 8
You're
hours.
You're not going to just call. You're not just going to show up for a service call. You're calling me out. We're big picturing your ass all day long.
I spent 8 hours there.
100%.
8 hours going through it. And I'm not cheating. I'm not stealing. I mean, it's like, I'm here. She's like, I go, "You already paid for a service call. Might as well just let me jump on the roof, And it's,
So
month before
did you
summer.
take care of that while you were there?
No, that's not my thing. You can't touch the fire sprinkler system. You have to be certified in the fire sprinklers. But then on top of that, if you open that, the fire alarm goes off and it calls the fire department too, because they have sensors. You can't touch that.
Well, that would have been a quicker service call. You just open it real quick and
that's true. Yeah, you open it, but then it won't close at all. Speaking of that, Adam, you missed out on the other thing too. Freaking had a massive water leak in my house.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that.
I saw
And then
that.
I went to go shut my water valve off at my house, and it wouldn't close all the way. So I had to go out to the street, turn it off at the meter. And then when I was all done fixing everything, I went to go open the valve at my house after I turned it on at the meter, and the valve wouldn't open. It's like 9:30 at night. I had to rush over to Home Depot to try to get another valve real quick.
Did you get that support beam put across there? And
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I got
it
the
all
shower
tidied
already
up?
fixed. Now I just got to do drywall work and fix all that crap. I found an access door that's like 18 inches by 36 inches. And that's how big the height of the hole that I cut behind it. So I'm going to put that access valve so you can get to the shower valves from now on. So
absolutely. Great idea, Chris.
Changing the shower valve on my house was so easy because I could get to the backside. I just freaking did all the work from the backside. I wasn't trying to do it through a tiny hole in the wall,
Usually you're lucky like that. Most of the time I've seen, like if I ever got a leak somewhere, it's in a hallway, closet. Thank God the way they.
Mine was like it was the 90 that was soldered into the side of the solder joint had a bad solder on it, and it was just right there. So it was coming straight out. It was a street 90 going down, and it was leaking right at that. And I was like, I'm not even gonna just change the whole freaking valve.
You got mold?
No, there was no mold, dude.
There was something else though.
Yeah, there's something else I got to deal with. I'm not talking about that on the show. So
Poop.
Yeah, it ruined my floor, my wood floors, dude. We have hardwood.
Yeah, those are ruined.
Floors. Completely ruined, dude. Like, and they're the glued in tongue and groove ones. They put glue between, so you can't just change one. It's never going to be right. So,
that reminds me of a story I had this week. You guys can tell me if I was wrong to do this or not.
Go over
I went to a, I don't want to name the place, but it was one of these like big sort of truck stops, right? And the issue was the condenser freezes up all the way back to the unit. So they sent me out there, and I get there, and they showed me the condenser, and like, yeah, see, it's already starting to freeze up. We had a company came out and replaced the compressor over the winter under warranty, and it just freezes this whole line up and all the way down to the air handler. I was like, all right, well, let's check the air handler out. Compressor's running right now. Whatever, let's go check the air handler out. And the maintenance guy says, like, all right, well, there was a little bit of water in there in the basement. We go down there, and it's like 8 inches of water in the basement floor. And I'm like, in the basement, they have like the biggest transformer I've ever seen. And like all the electrical stuff is like just about, the water is just about to the cabinet of like the electrical, the switch gears and everything. And I'm like, I'm not going in there. And I like leaned around the corner. I could see the air handler sitting in water down there. And I'm like, I'm not going in there. Like I don't have rubber boots, and plus it's not safe.
Do you know where the water was coming from?
No, I don't know. He didn't know. They're just like, yeah, we had to pump this out before, like last week, and it just keeps coming back. Sump pump maybe, or I don't know.
You know, you remember that story reminded me. Mine wasn't a giant one, but do you remember someone called me out a couple years ago to go survey a new restaurant, and there was the fucking 480 volt 208 volt step down transformer. It was in the manager's office, and it was like a 4 foot by 3 foot transformer, like just sitting behind the manager. It was so hot in that room. It was like a little kidding. I'm like sitting here thinking, you can't even air condition. Like, that's insane. Like, I can't believe that they allowed him to do that crap.
Why not fucking hang it up in the ceiling above the
dude? That place was a dumpster fire. It's like a ramen place. And the video was hilarious. I should re-release that video, but it was hilarious because there was so many problems, and they were like, yeah, we're going to be open in 3 weeks. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not going to be. They had like
maybe 3 years.
Dude, they had like 3 air handlers crammed in the back of the kitchen, and they were putting permanent island tables where you had to put your ladders to access the air handlers. And I was like, and they were like, yeah, can you get the air conditioning started up? And I was like, no. I was like, you need to move that to the roof. And they're like, oh, can you do that? I was like, no, fucking find a general contractor. This is a fucking joke. Like, no, this is.
Wow. I remember I went to a 7-Eleven once in downtown Ann Arbor. So parking was horrific. I mean, 20 minutes to find a parking spot because you can't park in the parking structure. So I had to drive around until I found an open parking space, paid for it, walked, I don't know, 2 blocks to the 7-Eleven. I get there and like this, I forget what it's a water cooled VAV, whatever system up in the ceiling, right? And so I'm like, all right, where's it at? And she like says it's right above there. And I'm like, okay. And I stood on the coffee island that they had, and I moved a ceiling tile, and you know, it was right up there. They have a EMS system, so they knew which unit wasn't working, and it was labeled. So I could easily figure out what it was the unit that I needed to work on. But the thing is like from where I was standing on the coffee island, I mean, it was a good 15 feet straight up from there in the ceiling. And I'm like,
yeah.
How do you expect anybody to work on that? I can't get a ladder in here, even if where would I put it?
So like, I used to work for a seafood restaurant in my area that took over an old like IMAX movie theater. So this building's like 10 stories high because it's a freaking IMAX, right? But they just put a restaurant on the bottom floor with a 8-foot drop ceiling. Okay. So their air handlers were like 25, 30 above the drop ceiling. What the hell? His finger came off.
It's on Crocodile.
Wait, okay, so let's look at Adam's browsing history. Keep going. Oh, wait, no, come on. It was right there, dude.
That's
why?
That's what
that was so
Crocodile
random and nasty.
That's what Crocodile does? Like, I bet you.
What the fuck is Crocodile?
What's his wiener? What's his wiener look like?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
But their air handlers were like 20 feet above the drop ceiling. So you had to climb up.
Oh, God, I hate that.
But it were steel beams all in there, right? Because they added the steel beams. So
was it a catwalk?
It was a catwalk, but there was no walking. You were walking on the beams. So we had a 4-foot ladder. You'd climb onto the ductwork for one of the air handlers. Then you'd climb up another spot and get up onto the I-beams that ran across. And you'd walk to 3 air handlers. No lights, by the way. We had drop lights. The customer was like pissed at us one time because we charged them like $1,200 because we ran drop lights all in the fucking attic and down to extension cords and would like plug them in and put ladders and
what did they expect?
And it was like we had to be able, so you'd plug this shit in. But the worst thing was when you'd be up there, you'd have to drop the extension cord down into the building. So you'd be up there and some dumbass downstairs would pull the extension cord to plug in a floor fan. And you're up there on these I-beams, pitch black with just, back then it was just mag lights, right? We didn't have LED crap and stuff. So you're like walking across I-beams with mag lights, like trying to get back down. Oh,
nope.
That
was way before YouTube, man. I wish I had footage of that crap.
That takes time, extra time.
As Adam just keeps looking for rotting fingers.
Exactly.
It's freaking crazy. Don't do this, people.
What is this? Wait, what were you saying? Joe was telling. I'm gonna because I'll tell it better than Joe could tell it. Joe somehow heard about someone that walked on really hot sand and it got so hot it burnt their foot and their toe fell off. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe's story would have taken 6 years and wouldn't have involved anything.
He was on vacation. He was on vacation. He walked so quick. It happened so quick. It just burned his first layer of his skin.
That doesn't even look real.
Dude, that looks like someone had warts and they got really bad. That's like skin falling off because
I still don't understand what crocodile is. What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
don't
what
do it. No, that's not real. That's not real.
Yep.
There's no way this is real.
Don't.
Can I show this?
No.
Show it. Do it.
One more. I want to get
I vote yes. I vote yes. 3 against 1.
I don't even know what it is. I can.
That's
see
not
something.
that bad.
Do you think it's real?
Yeah, I think that's real.
Let me make that bigger now.
All right,
Oh
turn.
my God.
That's freaking gross. When we used to work at a hospital, one of my technicians called
Like,
me.
how are you at home? Be like,
Sure.
you think I should go to the doctor now? What about now? You can see my bones.
Can you score some more dope?
Oh. We're
So,
Like, come on, Skeletor, let's go get some more fucking drugs.
right.
that's where they got the idea for the freaking Terminator hand. You know, the whole
Good
Terminator story
God.
started with just the hand, and then they built the robot out of it. Oh man,
That would have been awesome if Joe would have threw up.
yeah.
Almost.
I think House was
Yeah,
about to.
absolutely, Troy. I could maybe sand it won't happen. Maybe metal, like scorching metal under sun. I could see that happening in a hot destination, but it must be really hot, man.
Did you ever like drink coffee really fast, Joe, and it's hot?
Right.
What does that do to you?
Burns my mouth right off.
Burns your mouth.
It like makes your tongue like numb.
Tingle, yeah.
Don't like
Yeah,
some of them
numb.
beaches have like black sand? I bet that's even hotter than like.
Maybe that's what it was, dude. It was a
I think that
brown
story's
sand
complete
or-
bullshit, and I don't.
no,
know.
dude. It wasn't.
There's got to be more
pictures.
to it. Even
be
though
more to
I
it.
paraphrased Joe's 6-hour conversation about what happened to his friend,
It was at 6 hours,
you know,
and it got affected. So remember, it got affected after you got the burn. It got affected.
there's
so they
more
had
to
take it
this
out.
than just someone walking on hot sand. But I will say, I have been out in the desert. We went with friends and we were at a pool, and someone stole my flip flops. And I started to try to walk back to our hotel room, and the ground was so hot I couldn't walk. I was like, I can't, and I had to like find something to stand on.
Hey,
I've tried to
Did you,
walk
like,
on asphalt.
Did you tie,
And
like,
then
leaves
my
to your
friend,
feet?
my friend had to carry me, bro. Like a grown ass man is carrying another grown ass man, and I'm just like laying on his shoulder, like, okay.
That's
Edward.
amazing.
What
Now, what did you say, Adam?
No, I was gonna ask you if you'd like tied leaves to your feet or something like that.
No, this was a giant. I can't believe someone stole my flip flops, though, man. What the fudge?
Maybe somebody stole theirs. What are you gonna do? It's a dog eat dog world.
Vicious circle.
I got a rotisserie chicken downstairs. I'm gonna go like bite parts of it out of it.
Hey,
Make it look
so
like that.
a couple of years ago, the one guy who works for me, we were doing a crawl space job, and he got bit on his ass cheek by a brown recluse spider. And it
Ooh.
like got infected, and it got worse and worse and worse, and he had like a hole on his butt cheek, like this big.
Dude, maybe I shouldn't tell the story. I don't know what exactly happened, but I think
it's got to be bad if Bill's saying he shouldn't tell it.
it's
like-
not that bad, but
Says
it's
the guy
Probably
who-
incriminating.
Yeah,
it's
Interesting.
somewhat embarrassing.
more so than the time you microwave your cat.
It's embarrassing for everybody else in the world,
Or
not
the
so much
7
myself.
times I shit my pants.
Yeah, it's not that bad. No,
That's
it's
pretty
definitely
high.
not. It's
Bill.
definitely not me
Okay.
shitting my pants. I
About
was
6 on the Rector shit scale.
The Rector shit scale. That's great, Joe. We should get a fucking shirt that says that. Like, you just scored a 6 on the Rector shit scale.
There you go.
You know, you deserve some phonolingus. But
Bill has been sitting on that one for 45 minutes. He wrote it on his list.
That's when
For
you
sure.
have phone sex with a girl. It's called phonolingus.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or phonolatio. Is that another one? Phonolatio. I'm going to go down on your phone.
I have no idea.
Like, you turn the vibrator on and then you like. rub it in.
Anyways, what was going on with your
Let's say-
story?
so
Yeah,
anyway.
get back to it. Yeah, get back to it.
You
Yeah.
guys
I
ever
was,
tell how Joe gets uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
I can
So
tell
you always
because
try to change the subject.
It's like obnoxiously. Yeah.
I can tell because he's skinned out match his shirt no more. That's how I can tell.
Anywho, the
So-
story you were
Thank
saying, Bill.
Somehow I sat in. I got some propylene glycol on my ass cheek. I sat in it or something. I didn't realize it. And like later on that day, I was sitting down in my van, like going home, and I'm like, man, it feels like something bit me on the ass. And I was talking to my boss. I'm like, I don't know what, and I just like brushed off. I'm like, I don't know, I got bit or I cut myself on the ass cheek or whatever. And then think about it. And then I like went to the store and I was like, man, it just it got worse and worse and worse, and it fucking burned. And then at some point in time, like I put my hand down my pants and I touched it. I'm like, it is fucking, there's something wrong. And it was just like raw fucking like skin and stuff. And I'm like, that's not good. And so I went home and like I took a look in the mirror and there was just like this chunk of skin where this glycol was. Apparently it was just gone. Like it's just gone. So now I have a divot in my ass.
Dude, I work on propylene glycol systems.
probably
all the time,
wasn't
and I stick my
glycol.
damn arm in there.
I don't know what it was, but that's the only thing. It must have been something else because
Dude, that was an acid, man. That was
Yeah.
some sort of an acid, is what it
Right.
was.
Acid.
that's what I would assume too.
There's
Yeah,
acid
'cause-
cleaners,
Propylene
bro, trust
glycol
me.
in freaking things you drink.
and
not a
like
good
it's
thing, but-
still there. Like it's a scar now. It's an actual like purple divot
you
on
show
my
us?
ass now. I mean, I could, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'll get you a picture though.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture in the private chat,
Oh, that's
and we
great.
can
That's
we
great.
can post it up next.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Yeah, no.
It's like 2 quarters and a nickel that are like welded together. It's real weird looking
Wow.
because it healed kind of funny.
There was what shit. There was something I said in the chat today too, and I said that would be a good thing to talk about. What was it?
I know we covered the bath salts.
we
Oh
did the
yeah.
bath salts. There was something else I said.
Yeah, about like businesses and like big companies buying up other companies and
Mm.
something along those lines.
Let me
Wait,
get
was
hands
it?
on that.
I'd still not read. What is it?
No, it was something about how all these big companies are buying up these other big companies and something was going to happen. And
Oh, come on, dude. I wanted to talk. It was a point I was gonna make. Damn it, I can't
I
remember.
mean,
what
it's
it was.
right. It's right there in the chat. We could probably go back 5
There's-
seconds.
The chat was kind of long today. There's a lot of voicemails in there.
I know.
Those were all Chris.
Yep.
Damn.
100%. Hold on.
Anyways.
Should we play all the voicemails?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine in there, so I don't mind.
that might be incriminating.
Would it be incriminating if I just play this shit? I don't remember. Did I say anything bad?
Which one?
We don't remember what you said at all. Anyway,
I'm thinking about topics. We were talking about something this morning, something funny.
Like you don't even realize this can go really south.
I
really
know. I
Very,
don't know when you
very
said that. I can't remember that post. I know
I
it's
don't remember.
recently,
So
but
like this,
Yeah.
like
do it. Let's
I've
do it.
probably been the most
Let's take a
toxic
gamble.
person in our
Let's
chat.
take it a
This
gamble.
is like fucking
Yep.
Russian, but-
We should go
Yep.
Russian roulette. Yeah, each voice.
Oh, we should.
What was it? I already forgot what we were talking about. Oh, bath salts. We'll bring that up. Also, in light of all these big giant companies and all the bullshit that comes with
That
those
one.
big giant companies that have 1 million employees, is what's more important? Taking your time, holding the customer's hand, and making them happy, or getting 7 calls done a day? Question mark.
7 calls a day, whichever one brings them more money.
No,
So-
the big companies, they like to spend the time and they want you to be at these houses like 3-4 hours easy.
But on the commercial side, no. On the commercial side, that's not what's going on right now. What's going on is they're hiring a shit ton of unexperienced people and they're throwing them out there. They're having people train them, and they're starting to let go of the high paid technicians. The rumor, yeah, it's these big companies are getting interesting right now on the commercial side. So they need to spend the time with the customer. And what I mean by that is spend the time and let the customer, you know, tell you what's going on, and you know, and let the customer be satisfied. Like today, for instance, I spent time figuring out that water valve that was leaking by that had nothing to do with me. I could have literally walked in the door and been like, that's not my fucking problem, call someone else. But instead I went and solved it and gave the manager guidance. I don't know anything about fire sprinklers, right?
But then
I educated her, you know, this is how this works, this is what this is for, this is what they're doing. I go, they messed up, they need to finish this, you know. And so that's what I think is getting lost on the commercial side, is people taking the time to make sure the customers are taken care of.
I agree.
But also on top of that, like, you went above and beyond. You're like, how's everything else working for you?
Yep. 100%. And it was justifiable, and it wasn't a slimy sales tactic. I didn't go to a class to learn how to tell people they're going to die, you know, like, I mean, you know, I was just able to go in there and
so
you're not generating, you're not the lead ninja or the master of the hustle.
Why don't you sell your company and then you can go travel around and teach people?
I want to. So I
need a full-time YouTube star.
I need to do something like that. I do. I really do. But the problem is nobody wants to buy my company. Why would someone buy my company?
What you need is to sell your company and then have one of these large manufacturers pick you up for a content creator.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm your agent.
Sporlin. I mean, that would be ideal.
Yeah. You know, something. I couldn't just be doing one thing anymore, though. Like, it would have to be some sort of a
multiple streams of income.
Yeah. Yeah. That I need. I definitely want. I still love helping customers. I still would like to work, you know?
Because you could be in something like creating content, educational content for something like, let's just say Sporlin. You create educational content for them, but also it would be some sort of position where you could also go out to the field and like almost in like a tech support sort of aspect.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, I got lost in the chat. That got highlighted. Say that again.
You got lost in your eyes.
Yeah, I got lost in my eyes. But if you had like a position with Sporlin, we'll say, and you just created educational content for them, you know, through the YouTubes, cutting up compressors and whatever. But then also you had like a tech support aspect of it where you were able to travel to the field and assist people in the field and film the process of like,
that's what I would
warranty issues or whatever it could be.
So 100%. Sporlin, we could get the deal going. You know what I mean? We could make this happen.
Yeah. I think so.
We could probably pull some strings.
Definitely be interesting. So something along those lines. I want to do that because I still want to help. I still love working with people. I like, you know, doing jobs with other people and stuff. Like, I like that aspect. I just don't like the business side of it. I hate the fucking business. Like, fuck the business.
You think NCI will sponsor the show now?
No, there's no way.
Dicks.
Wow.
Nope.
Is it because we're not on the Better HVAC list of best podcasts for the month of February?
Ding.
We are better than the rest of them. Did you see that list?
We are.
I mean, we're not on any of the lists. We don't have any sponsors.
I think we might be on some kind of like with the government, some type of
government watch list.
Yeah.
Like, watch these guys.
By the way, so the last time I was traveling, coming back from Denver, I have that. Do you guys know what Clear is?
Yeah.
Everclear?
It's like some kind of government oversight thing where you scan your eyes and you get to skip everybody at the.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
Actually, they're trying to get rid of Clear. They're trying to, I read like a post or something like that saying government doesn't want Clear. Clear's a private company. They follow strict guidelines and they bypass security. I have TSA Pre, which is basically the same thing as Clear. And the irony is when you're in Atlanta airport, the TSA Pre/Clear line was longer than the normal. And ATL's the busiest airport. All those expedited security screening things that they have, they're getting too popular. They're too cheap and everybody has them now. So it's almost like they're grooming. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but seriously, it's almost like they're grooming people to get used to paying to go through security so they can get rid of the other one eventually.
I went through the clear eye scanner thing, and then they did a random check on me and they swabbed me for, I'm like, what are you swabbing me for? They're like, chemicals. I'm like, what kind of chemicals?
Yeah.
What do you think I have?
Methamphetamines.
It's interesting.
Something.
That's nuts.
That's
Thanks, Christopher Hughes.
We'll get end on that one for sure. Being highlighted.
Such a nice comment.
But Adam's back. We don't want to leave. We just want to hang out. This is the first time we've seen, like, all four of us together. This is the first time we've all been together for like 2 months. You guys went on without me once, but I haven't seen Adam in a long time.
This is me and Joe holding down the fort.
I think that we need to make a point for AHR or one of these. We all four need to be together. I know Joe's still trying to get off the FBI watch list and that right now, and that's cool and that, but come on.
AHR is in Orlando, so
I mean, as long as this whole new kid coming, man, it's starting to sink in. My kid will be here in like 30 days.
Bro, how old are you going to be when that kid graduates high school?
82. I don't know.
Fuck that,
bro. I can't do
not
that
high
kind
school.
of man.
Get out of here.
Yeah, what do you
like?
He's not that bad at all.
When it's 18, I'll be like 59.
See how he dresses it? When it's 18.
Yeah, when it's 18, I'll be 59.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Oh.
I got to pick the name.
How did your baby shower?
What's her name?
How did your baby shower the other day?
It was actually pretty good. The baby shower is pretty good. Like, my wife was all nervous because we were gonna have it in like a smaller area. She's like, I don't know if it's gonna work and this and that. And I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it was perfect. Like, not too many people, just the right amount of people. Perfect little space. Good food. It was nice.
Did you honestly? Did you really do what you told me you did and like talk to your wife's friends and stuff?
Yeah, that would have been great if you did.
I did a little bit. Like, it was real weird, but I felt like I had to, because her coworkers are the ones that really put on this whole baby shower thing. Like, they decorated the room. I mean, they got it was the conference room at this hotel that my wife used to work at. And like, I mean, they really went all out, decorating the whole room, getting the cakes and like some food and like everything. And like, they cleaned the room for us. And so I went over and I was like, I was like, you guys, I just want you to know that I really appreciate what you guys did for us and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And like, I know you guys don't know me, but I'm part of this overtime show, so I'm kind of a big deal. So I appreciate you guys being of service to me.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, and then like, that was the last time I acknowledged their presence at all during the whole thing. But I did. Did you at least do something stupid to make yourself like known?
There he is.
That guy.
No,
did you like have an outburst and throw a chair or something like that? You should have done something.
Not to them. I tried to put a pop can on my wife's belly when she was standing there. Like, balance it.
Nice.
Uncomfortableness, so you're being awkward and like doing funny things that aren't funny.
Yeah, like watching my P's and Q's.
Yeah. Rich, what's up, bud? How's it going, man? Long time no see.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you, man. It's awesome.
He's shocked at the DNA swap too. Yeah, I know, that's pretty weird, eh?
Yeah.
What
do you guys?
Oh, good call.
What'd you say?
Who are you talking to?